Well, don't you worry, baby, don't worry, 'cause I'm right here, right here, right here, right here at home. 'Cause I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner.
Bob's the only person who could dance while sitting down. It's pretty impressive. Amazing.
No, Kimberly
I was
danced.
dancing. Judge is doing this with his fingers.
That's incredible.
It's called the Italian mambo.
All right, welcome back to the Five. What are we going to do with you? All right, so a recent USA Today article compared filtering out websites at schools to actual book banning, seeing both as threats to intellectual freedom. The paper then noted that some schools are having a special banned sites day to draw attention to this terrible issue. This is as pointless as tetherball without a pole. Seriously, how is filtering websites like banning books? Look, wherever there's the web and there's teenagers, there's going to be porn. This is about removing those distractions, especially the kind of distractions that are a lot more fun than actual school. See, when I was younger, I got nailed for sneaking Playboys into homeroom. I didn't scream freedom of expression when I got caught. I just blamed it on Bobby Wagner, who ended up in juvenile hall. Sorry, Bobby. That's how it works. But nowadays, the web is just a better vehicle for mayhem, and it's stupid to use free speech as a shield for its more sordid offerings. And sure, the internet's everywhere, but a filter is just that. It's a filter. Sure, there might be times when educational sites get accidentally blocked, but hotandhornyhandmodels.com is not really educational. Unless you're a hand model, of course. Then you should be fine, especially if you send me photos. Hey, Judge, you got a problem with filtering?
I do.
You have problems with everything.
Well, it's not that I have a problem. It's that the Constitution has a problem with the government substituting its judgment for anybody with respect to what they want to read. And this has to do with individual responsibility. Somebody shoots someone, we're going to take guns away from everybody. Mm-hmm. Somebody drives a car with a little too much booze in them, we're going to restrict the booze of everybody to drive. A couple of kids look at some stuff that we don't want them to look at, we're going to take that stuff away from everybody. It's personal responsibility, it's parental control, it's not the government telling people what to think. The whole purpose of the Constitution was to allow individuals to decide what to read, not the government to replace their judgment.
Nobody's taking away their laptop, nobody's taking away their internet. All they're doing is filtering out stuff that they shouldn't be looking at in class.
Don't you think these kids can find a way around the filter? Don't you think
got to make it harder for them, right?
More problems than it will solve.
Judge,
shouldn't you make it harder for them?
First of all, if you were in school and they had the internet, you wouldn't go to school. You'd stay home with your laptop all day. But the fact is, if you have Backpage.com, a site I have to know a little bit about.
Do you actually know these sites personally?
Why?
I have a vague recollection. But these things, about most of the money.
Do they pay you, Bob?
No, they don't. Most of the money, I'm serious about this. Most of the money made on the web is made by pornography.
Right.
And there's a way to filter these things out. If it means you're going to get one or the credit. But I'll tell you, Judge, you go through the internet and look at some of this stuff, and it is just disgraceful. It even made me blush.
But that's not what they were trying.
Amazing.
Parents
That's not what they were trying to
responsible
filter.
for what the kids look at rather than the government.
But according to the original report, which ran in USA Today, that's not what they were trying to filter. They were trying to filter National Geographic.
That was accidental.
But still, I mean, really, a couple of these sites that MapQuest, I mean, sites that were not pornographic.
That
and you know
happens
it's a slippery slope. Before you know it, FoxNews.com ends up on that
So,
list.
Greggy, the government, which can't deliver the mail, is going to decide what people read.
Why do
we keep saying that they can't deliver the mail? Because I don't have any problem getting it.
I don't either. Yeah. And by the way, National
Well, they're running a $7 billion a year deficit the way they deliver it.
let me ask you this.
You're going to have to pay
jumping on
that.
National Geographic, but the reason for that is that National Geographic, when people couldn't get Playboys, they bought National Geographics to look at the women in some tribes.
This is why I have a dog and not children, because I wouldn't want to be in a position of having to try to make sure my kids were protected.
But Dana, you don't know. Your dog could be using the web.
He doesn't have thumbs.
Yeah, but his dog's pretty smart, and God knows what he's looking at right now. When you're not home,
the kids get plenty of time to look at all this crap on the internet. It's not a bad idea for them to actually focus on a few things in school that are not Greg's favorite topic.
Do you worry about the slippery slope? Do you worry about a government that restricts things in order to protect children, restrict what doesn't want adults to read?
Completely. And that was the point of my argument. Okay, National Geographic, have we looked at our kids' geography scores lately? They're not that high. And it starts with a couple websites and it ends up being a bunch of right-wing websites, and then they're questioning other websites.
The slippery slope argument is
Google's already
that's when you do a porn search on Google. That's what it happens.
Half the people in the world, women are topless. That's why they get National Geographic. I mean,
half.
Come on.
Where are you traveling to? Half?
Well, the places I've been.
In Bob's
when I was in the
world.
Peace
Yes.
Corps.
But the
when I
only
was in the
places that
Peace Corps,
Bob
it was like
travels,
that.
they are topless.
Okay, look, I still think it's a legitimate.
It is. It's a legitimate
And I
issue.
think school districts, if they're losing their kids to watching this stuff on TV, on the internet, then they're not learning anything.
Can they restrict the parents from letting the kids watch it at home?
Yeah, I would think the parents had
The
some
school
control.
can tell the parents what
I
to do
tried
at
to
home?
I came home and my kid didn't realize, even I know that you can click this thing and show every site that's shown. My God, man, it was embarrassing for me.
Yeah. Well, were they your sites?
What was that site?
Well, some of them were my favorites, but it was not. No,
Your
seriously.
son found your sites. That's what happened.
No, that's not true. I long ago
You
gave
found
those
some
up.
new ones.
But I'm telling you, here's the other point about this. Do you think it's okay to run these sites that sell escorts on a webpage?
I don't think the government should interfere what we read.
All right, you guys, that's an important topic. We'll talk after the show. Coming up, Al Gore's latest plan to push his global warming agenda. Stay with us. The 5 continues next. Back on 8 Page.
This is gone, gone.